Hello, everyone. I hope everybody doing fine and doing great. So today's topic will be the consideration from last week, the current environment in the U.S. Part two. Okay, I thought I'm done with that conversation, but it looked like the past 2 weeks have been nothing good. As we all heard, people getting unalive left to right, the civil unrest, the protests, everything going on in Gaza, everything going on in Congo and Sudan, and probably all around the world. And the hate and ignorance of racism, sexism, ableism, and so on. As I mentioned about, how privileged people, especially the global minority, think that you know they crave white supremacy to to feel they better than everybody, but in reality they are the actual minority in the world population. And it made me think about this for the past years and probably months, like think about this conversation we're going this environment, especially in the US. It made me think about like how they were able to get power over the global majority into brainwash, as well as mentally screwed the mentally basically screwed global majority mentally. They just damaged the shit out of us, like physically, mentally, spiritually, etc. But they did the most damage on our mind. And that's why some of us, I hate to say, can coon to white supremacy. And they had to rely on us to support their delusiveness of white supremacy, patriarchy, ableism, and so forth, as well as Zionism. Because this is ridiculous. And like, is it maybe like, make me think about like, they always trying to blame us for everything, even though they be the main cause of why so much destruction in this world. All they known for is like appropriate everything and make us think that we are unintelligent, etc. Right? It made me think about this one career. Uh, I think I might talk about him a little bit a couple months ago. Then something on TikTok. I just can't remember his name, but I think I found it on YouTube, but I ain't be doing it because I tried to find a job and thing like that. I'm gonna try to see if I could figure out his name real quick. It might take me a minute to figure out who that is. I just have to think about it. Who they are. There's so many stuff going on. I can't keep track. Okay, now I get his name now. It's Joy the Vanguard. And how I got through him on TikTok. He will talk about, how the global majority really act and why they act the way they do. And of course, his account got banned. But then he had to create backup, all that, right? Ever since I decided, like, let me see what he about, right? And he would just talk about different subjects like, uh, food, cleanness, random topic, right? And while I'm just watching his video, and he a white man, by the way, as I watching his video, basically why I keep picking up the same thing, that the global minority are falling behind on every damn thing. It could make sense why. They keep on stealing the global majority ideas. Majority of the time, incorporate the shit out of it. Now it makes sense now. Because they were falling behind and they pretend they are advanced and things like that. But actually, in reality, they invest in stealing and incorporate a lot of things. So, yeah. And we see that in real time. So, and now what we get now all about their projection and insecurity problem. That they wish they could keep up with the global majority. But how they able to do that keep us where we at, even though they're more than us than them. They mess us up mentally. So yeah, they colonize the crap out of our mindset. And that way, like I mentioned earlier, that why it could be why the Latin community they in right now because they got colonized as fuck. Just like the black folk, the African diaspora, most like in the Asian, some part of the Asian diaspora, especially South and Eastern Asia, because it got fucked due to colonialism. Of course, indigenous people got fucked. It's like everybody got fucked basically. It's just everybody got fucked. And it could be why the Latino community they in now because they got colonized as fuck mentally. And they think, supporting white supremacy or, being close to whiteness, get them, hey, I'm not like these folk, blah, blah, blah. But now they in the finite phase and now they getting deported and shit. And I hate that for them. That will go on out right now. They in the finite phase. This what happened. You try to support white supremacy and this is where they got you. Nowhere. So that what going on. They really got mentally in their head. That why white supremacy stay longer as it is because we keep supporting this bullshit. Like anti-black is one of them. So yeah. And the fact we don't even realize that we participate in this crap is wild. Even I didn't realize I was participate in that nonsense. And of course capitalism and all this stuff going on. And you probably heard that the government shut down not so long ago. It's a mess, y'all. And of course they piss on the one side of the aisle. I'm like, what in the beat? Even though both parties to blame while we in the political violence, most of them who so screw us over. So yeah. And now they supporting the blue and white state that why people performing today because y'all already know what I mean. Blue and white country. Or is it ain't real? So let's say that. So and sad about that country, they try to use the Jewish idea to justify why they're doing to Palestinian, which we did not know at the time. It was Zionism harming the Judaism and better Jewish people. And now Jewish people getting the mix of the crap. And now the rise of anti-Semitism due to the misinformation. And the fact that countries try to use the Jewish identity as an excuse to be like an a-hole. And now Jewish people getting dragged in this bitch because of misinformation. And I didn't know until I learned about Zionism. I was like, oh shit. So Zionism is kind of part of fucking white supremacy, basically. Which is nuts. And the fact this USA funded the fucking genocide. So yeah. And send them guns and billions of dollars. And I heard they wealthy over there. They got surpluses. Why are we sending them money? Don't even know why. And the fact they broke so many laws, it don't make no sense. And of course, everybody complicit in this shit. It don't matter what we buy, everything gets screwed. And then y'all already heard about the terrorists. Everything going up. They think they helping the, U.S. citizens the whole time. It just hurting our pockets at the end. Now, most majority of the American people don't have that kind of money. They're probably like low class, middle, low middle class, or low class. One of them two. And while a small percentage be like a middle class, maybe like I don't know how many percent, but the less than percent of the uh the top class, they get all the money. While people like us, we just get in school and we're gonna struggle and we're gonna lose our health care, our SNAP, and so forth because the administration are tripping. And then the rhetoric of why my disability is getting ridiculous. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I hope it ain't the reason why I'm not getting a fucking job because do all this misinformation. So, and the other thing, speaking of the job market, like I mentioned before, I didn't know the job market is gonna be a hot mess, right? I thought like, okay, I did my internship at the beginning of this year. I did it for 4 months from January to April. I like, okay, I finished that internship, and I'm thinking that, in my opinion, I'm gonna find me a job, blah blah that. It ain't working. And look where I am now in fucking August, in fucking October with no job. And today I made the decision to have to go back to my previous job that I worked before. And I definitely don't want to go back to retail, but it's what it is. I'm probably gonna keep continuing looking around while I'm staying down because right now I'm about to get broke. But I didn't know it's gonna be chaotic. 'Cause I remember me and my cousin had this conversation like, girl, if how this country operating and the job market operating, you might stay at that company for a good minute until it kind of like settle down or whatever. I don't want to believe my cousin at first. I really don't. But now I'm looking out like, damn, she might be right, bro. I was mad and I was crying like, dang, I don't want to go back to that job, but I was looking forward to find a new job wherever or internship, but the way everything going, I'm not taking a chance. Then I had to help my mama with, help her with the rent, get some food, thing like that around the house. And I'm broke. I don't want to do that. And my birthday coming up soon, which is October 7th. I'm gonna be 28. I couldn't believe it. I'll be 28. Woo, I don't look like my age, honey. I really don't look like my age. I really don't. I really don't look like my age half of the time. I really don't. Like, I'm blessed. Like that, I'm blessed, honey, cause yeah. But yeah, that black don't crack. Black don't crack. And your mind has seen that I pause for a little bit because my laptop be tripping. My laptop is old now, so yeah. But it just I don't want to have to go back to my previous job because of it, but I might have no choice to. Because where everything going these days. So that sucks. But I'm gonna try. I know my people keep telling me keep on looking. I might think about give like a maybe another part time job, but then I'd be real careful because I'm in grad school, so I don't want to overwhelm myself too much. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to overwhelm myself. I really don't. I really don't want to overwhelm myself too much. So that's the problem. So yeah, really don't want to do that. Yeah. Basically, I figured how I'm gonna go about this a little bit. I'm gonna try to keep it short and brief. Since I kind of talk about the racism a little bit from my previous video on part one about it, so Let's sum it up. White supremacy and racism destroying this country. Ever since, ever since this country founded on racism and white supremacy, it been like that for too long, and that how that basically the long history against people like me, the Black American who have been enslaved. Most my ancestors who from Africa, which I would never fucking know what part of Africa they came from. I probably never know. That gonna be the sad part. I probably would never know if we gonna be honest here. I would never know what they tongue is. I would never know that. I wish I know, but I would never know because I probably never know, and that's the problem. And all the horrific thing they did to Black America is beyond crazy. And of course, what they did to indigenous people as well, they stole their whole fucking land away with them and put it in residential school to get rid of their language and sadly using the religion to justify hate and bigotry and racism. And that was some of them, especially the children probably got SI and probably killed off, and I did not know. That was sad to me, man. And like that don't make no sense. And they almost lost their language, bro. I didn't know I took a American history course back in my community college. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I feel sad for them because they almost lost their language. I'm like, damn, this is like the rest of us. We almost lost our damn culture due to colonialism. For the Black American who are descended of enslaved, we would never know the shit. And that's the problem. We had to create our own culture and anything like that. And then after the slavery ended, or we soon that slavery ended, but they never went away. They just rebranded this bitch and called it prison. So this find an excuse to make profit out. But anyway, so that how Asian American and Latino American get dragged in this shit and working, low pay job and shit like that. And so I maybe do the same thing with other immigrants as well because they cannot find who gonna play these black folks. And then of course, they always try to find a way to keep black folk in their place and shit, which is crazy. And like Jim Crow Jim Crow law and all this shit. And that they'll hang strange food us and all this shit. Don't know how to leave us the fuck alone to this fucking day. We be minding our business. But y'all keep harassing us. Like goddamn. What we do? All we want to do is live our life, but then here you there disturbing our damn peace. Terrorizing shit out of us. Like what the fuck? Then you store our town. But then that's that you want segregation. We get you there. We will mind our business. Create our own community. What y'all do? Got feel insecure. Destroy our shit. Like what? Not only that, appropriate our music and all the shit. And then make y'all feel better, like, oh, we unintelligent, we dumb, we this. And all the time y'all talk about y'all damn self. What the fuck? It's crazy. Then you had to drag other global majority trio like shit. Then finally you just use them to make sure, we don't get our rights. But then you take away their rights too because they not white either. So it's like, it's crazy, but it's crazy. And they still to this damn day. Now look at me at no DEI. They used Asian America to get rid of affirmative action. They had used the Latino community to support this fool in office. And look where they are now. Getting fuck. Everybody getting used this bitch. Low key. And not only that, they are destroying African country, Asian country, Latin country, fucking up their home. And that's why you see a flux of African immigrant, Middle Eastern, Asian immigrant, and Latino community. Oh yeah, in the Caribbeans. Why they here? Because we fucking up their home. And it's a bitch. So Now they complain. Why they here? You're fucking up their home, motherfucker. Now, man, y'all don't see the shit. Now y'all complain why these black and brown people here. Y'all keep storing their home, fool. If y'all had not stored their house, they probably would have stayed. But no. You know why you want so many of us here? Cause you don't want to do the fucking work. But then call the desert that we taking your job. But you tell her we the fucking lazy women. Ooh. But other than that, other than racism, let's talk about sexism. Throughout history, maybe in the US, but even though, they probably before, patriarchy and shit like that, there was some balance between, genders. Like, okay, women, equal. Like, okay, we gotta take care of the kid, equal, right? We human beings, right? But then, of course, Europe, focusing on patriarchy and all this nonsense, that women are less than, they are property to these men, and of course, some of these men are pedo, want to mess with children, and all this crap. It's just ridiculous. Then they, say like, oh, women shouldn't have no right. We are, women are property, your value, blah, 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 and all this shit. That women can't do the job. They get too emotional, all this shit. But look at throughout history, who are the fucking emotional ones? You already guess men. Okay, they told us like, oh, women should depend on men, blah, blah, blah. But then, when we try to get a man, all this shit, we doing too much. I stand too fucking high. Low I fucking stand. Bitch, what? Cause back in the day, women had no motherfucking right. They get essay, rape, and treated like shit. And also get cheated on. Wait, what the fuck? Anyway, and get cheated on. Ain't this a bitch? And all this shit, right? And now, women today got our job, we getting our education, we just doing our damn thing. Because the women I felt like, girl, don't do the same shit like I did. Do better than me. Get the job. Don't ever depend on me. Be the independent woman and all this shit, right? And now these men create this what I call podcast, talking trash about women, like, oh, women should submit to we're alpha, blah blah blah. I'm like, what the fuck? It's crazy. And that's why you see these bomb ass men try to pass this law, take away abortion, and basically trying to force women to have children, and that they don't want or get SA. And also, maybe the reason why they doing that because they want to touch children, which is fucking crazy. Then I didn't know they were fucking child law. Like, what the fuck? So men gonna be weird again. So basically, and be a pedo again. Woo. Now they wonder why women not want to have kids with y'all bums. Cause y'all bunch of little boys in a man body. Low key. And now y'all wondering why divorce is fucking hard. Because y'all expect women to do X, Y, Z. Because you American with the penis. I ain't gonna do nothing. No. I'm a man. I'm a provider. None of the bullshit. Like what? Then you give the women headache and shit. What the fuck are y'all doing? Crazy. That's why women like, fuck relationship. We could be by ourselves. And that's why they say, man lonely academic gonna ramp it up because y'all keep treating women like shit. What the fuck expect? If you had not treat women like shit, we wouldn't be in this bitch. And that maybe won't be fucking all the abortion law and shit. And take away women's fucking rights. And I heard that in the United States that the birth rate is low. Good. Cause who wanna mess with these fucking bums who have no life to live, who fucking miserable, or who know what, and then maybe in the fucking closet. So yeah. But now let's go to homophobia. Everything would go with anti-trans law, and one LGBTQ plus people be unalive because according to the Bible, Quran, whatever, they the abomination and shit, right? But then it don't make no sense. Did the Bible say love thy neighbor as you like yourself? But then they don't listen to all that. But anyway, bunch of hypocrites. Then LGBTQ plus people just mind their own business. And plus, I'm part of that community. We just want to live our life and to get a job, love who we love, whether we bi, trans, gay, lesbian. We don't give a fuck. We just want to love. We ain't buying you. We just want to have a basic right and keep on moving. Y'all be like, then, right? Then buying the shit out. Like, oh my God, you gay. You try to make me gay? Bitch, we don't want you. Who fuck want you? Oh my gosh. Like, leave us the fuck alone. We just minding our damn business. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? What the fuck are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Leave us the fuck alone. And then y'all took away our fucking money. Let's just sit crazy. And sadly, the same people talking all this shit about her, man, some of them probably in the fucking closet. How the fuck? Fucking hypocrites. I fucking swear. Anyway, other than that, the ableism. Ramping up this bitch. They try to take away disabled people's rights. Create this stigma around fucking autism again. And know the sick people. Like, why we some disease and shit. All you fucking will. Y'all take away our right. Get rid of special education in fucking school. Like, what the fuck? So basically, they want us to be unalive at this point. Basically. It took me to disabled people. But then, in reality, everybody can be disabled in their lifetime. Whether it be born at a young age or later in life. Or in the middle. Everybody could be disabled at some point. And sadly, since they passed this bill in July, it's going to affect a lot of us who are disabled. And sadly, some of us don't like to say, not going to live because of this billing. They're trying to kill people. Oh, maybe I should not say. They're trying to unalive people. Basically. Who not rich. So, yeah. And disabled will probably be most impacted. And sadly, they probably want us to be unalive and probably in institution. Back in the day. Before, disability right, most disabled people would be in the institution. And never be seen again. Basically. I won't be here today and wasn't for ADA or America with Disability Act. And even though after that path, we still get discriminated in school, education, and job. And I hope none get affected because due to the calamity and basically why my disability. How the fuck my disability all to get dragging this bitch? Like, this is fucking ridiculous. That a veteran called autism or Tana called autism. I'm like, what the fuck? More misinformation again, bro. And I hope it ain't the reason why I'm not getting a damn job because of that shit. It not could be that. It could be other shit. Or it could be my confidence and not that great. Selling myself and being confident in my ability. Hey, I could do the job, blah, blah. That could be what prevent me. Or I don't have the specific skill to get the damn job. And then it deny me. Or I could be the activist because you can't say no bad thing about what I mentioned that last week about that podcast that got unalive on campus. Now we can't say his name or if we get fired. Dude. Yeah. People losing their job because of that fool. So, yeah. That one. And let's try to make more out of this, man. Like, what? And I already start by making, oh my God, that what? Oh, the white supremacy. Man. Crazy. Anyway. Other than that. Classism. Like I kind of talk about a little bit. Poor people is getting schooled due to the terror. We're not getting access to healthcare and SNAP and other shit because rich folk don't want to give us nothing. They want us to work for them. Then some are very brokey right now because we broke. We broke. And the wages that we getting, they cannot cover the rent, phone bill, whatever we fucking have. We can't even survive at all. Like that's ridiculous. They want people who don't have generation wealth. They want to struggle. Like what is it, bro? Like this is ridiculous. This is cray cray. This is ridiculous at this point. I swear. This is one of the struggle. But we probably can't love our neighbor, take care of each other. But no, they take care of the fucking witch. Ain't just a bitch. Anyway, other than that, religious people, which I talk about a tiny bit, but ain't much. Now, religious people get talking, mostly Muslim and Jewish people, due to what's going on in the Middle East. What it ain't real doing to Palestine. All this Islamophobia and anti-Semitism going right up because of this shit over there. They getting targeted because of that shit. And Zionists using the Jew idea to be an a-hole. And that how Jew people get fucking dragging this shit, which I did not realize till that. I'm like, what the fuck? So we need to get rid of the people. Somebody need to hold that government over there accountable. Could look like nothing holding them accountable because they get away with unaliving Palestinians and shit. Like, it's ridiculous. And the fact that this country's trying to lead everybody to like, oh, this is a Christian nation, whatever. Despite that there are many people who not Christian. They are Muslim people, they are Jewish people, they are Buddhists, they are Hinduists. There are a lot of people that are not Christian. It's very multicultural. But, of course, white supremacy, along with other privileges, don't want that. So that's why they're doing the shit they doing. Fucking everybody right, basically. And censoring everybody's voice who try to be critical of the administration or be critical of the podcaster or anything. Just critical of the white man with privileges, basically. And you will get fired and all this shit. Y'all probably heard that Jimmy Kimmel thing, right? I did watch the show at one point, but then, life been life. I'm trying to find me a job and take care of my mama who dealt with bone cancer. I got a lot fucking going on. So, yeah. Jimmy Kimmel almost lost his job because of shit. I think I heard that he might got his job back wherever, but that shit ridiculous. It's crazy. And then people get detained by ICE. I'm like, this is some bullshit. Like, what the hell? It's just going downhill from there. I'm like, it's not even a whole fucking year, y'all. It's not even a whole damn year. It's not a whole year, y'all. It didn't get chaos. It's not a whole damn year. Now I'm stressed. And I'm frustrated. Like, and I'm in grad school, stressing. Trying to find me a job, stressing. This economy, stressing me out. This administration, stressing me out. Then I have to go back to my old job because how job market not the best at this point. It's ridiculous. And I'm gonna try to keep looking for another job to be on the safe side because it's ridiculous. And I'm like, what in the world? Like, so yeah. It don't make no damn sense. It really don't. But yeah, it's ridiculous, y'all. I hate this. I don't like this country no more. I just can't believe that I used to believe this country is the best country in the world, but now I'm seeing what it is now. I don't like this country no more. How I live in a country that don't like me. Who don't like me because I'm black? Who don't like me because I'm a woman? Who don't like me for being queer or bi? They don't like me for being disabled. People don't like me because I'm poor. Like, I'm tired of being fucking reminded every damn day that I don't belong. I'm tired of that. Can I fucking live for once? But no. All we seeing in real time, they fucking miserable. Privileged ass people are fucking miserable. And they, what they call, crashing out in real fucking time. Basically, they crashing out. Whether it come to racism, sexism, or anything, bigotry, they crashing the fuck out. And we see it in plain sight. And they still playing the, oh, this oppressed people make her feel this way, blah, blah. Even though they are the villain of everybody's story. And sadly, men, growing minority, Christian, etc. Y'all be a main villain in everybody's storyline. I hate to say it. Y'all the terrorist and the villain at the same damn time. And y'all put y'all projection on us. It's crazy. Y'all telling me and the rest of us, y'all miserable. And y'all not living truthfully. And that's why y'all pass all ridiculous Beyonce because y'all miserable. Who wanna be miserable, bro? Cause I ain't. I tried that. Look at got me. Nowhere. And guess this country has to deal with their own sins now. God bless America at this point. But I think it's that reality, or like constantly say, people are lost in the sauce. People are not woke. They complicit in the shows. And they don't want to wake up. They want to make ignorant and a bigot. And look at the goddamn stressing. So yeah. That's what I'm going to say today. And I hope y'all have a good day and stay safe, y'all. Bye.